Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly, as they get ready to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. To return, here comes Marcus Sherrills. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10. First down. Here's Cousins. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
And it's a welcome back to health for last year's #1 pick. This is Dalvin Cook. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. Play action now. Cousins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Wentz. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Elliott now to kick this one away. Here comes Sherrills. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Excellent effort defensively by him. 2 tackles for a loss last week, now 1 here in the first quarter.
He's an absolute disruptor, isn't he? And I think most offenses would love to go against guys who just want to hold the point of attack and try and keep things clean for their linebackers. But when they make those moves and they can get upfield, past the offensive line into the backfield, that's hard to handle.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Now the ball comes loose.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. This complete left side to Aguilar. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. They go play action here on first down. His throw's going to be incomplete. Mike Wallace, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Here we go. Ready? 52, great. Right 5-7. Check.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz escaping the pressure right. His throw caught right around the 6. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there, 26 yards. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Darren Sproles, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Here comes Sherrills. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Second down, Cousins. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
On now to kick it away is the punter, Matt Wild. Back deep is Darren Sproles. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with a jive. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
81, 81. Go. Done. 120.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Caught right side is Jeffrey. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. An Eagle 1st down. Wentz hooking up with Jeffrey. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now. They'll run it now out of the gun. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out.
Come on now. Come on now. Let's go. Shorty. Here we go. Waiting. Here, sit.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Everson Griffin in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Black.
Wentz being chased out left. Now he'll throw deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Ben Gideon in on the stop.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Black. Great. Go get him.
Wentz to throw on second down. Buying time to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Here comes the seventh play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Partner, that defensive win reminds me of something a coach of mine used to say all the time. If you really want it, you'll find a way to go get it. And the defense did exactly that.
And the kick by Elliott is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10.
Rhino!
On 1st and 10, Cousins throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 2nd down, Cook. They find some open field here. He's got daylight. The 20. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Bailey now to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a very good return, but a penalty marker is down. I'm not sure what this is going to be. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Excellent field position after the face mask penalty. 1st and 10 out near midfield. This is Ajayi. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Ram. That's it.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Throw right side taken in by Wallace. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9.
82. That's it.
Wentz now to throw. Steps away, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Everson Griffin in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So on 4th down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. Back deep is Marcus Sherrills. And now out comes Minnesota. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They start the drive with Cook. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Cousins now on 2nd down. Forced out to his left. And down he'll go at the 25. 1 minute 53 ticks left to go in this first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. Cousins to throw it. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Here's Matt Weil now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Sproles, the return. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. And out now come the Eagles. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays they're going to do. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment?
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out at the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here of this first half. Now Wentz, eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
And that's why defenders are often frustrated offensive guys. Actually made the catch, looked good doing it, but couldn't get his feet down in order to finish off the takeaway.
Here we go. 180. That's it.
Throwing now is Wentz. Flush to his right. And Jeffrey's got it. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Nice movement there by Carson Wentz outside of the pocket, completes another pass. Help me out here, partner. He's not sneaky athletic. He is athletic. How many times do I have to say it?
Yeah, you've been making that declaration for a while, and at 6'5", he ran a 40 of 4.77, so not only big, but he can move.
That's a good time for a quarterback. He and Andrew Luck, similar physiques, similar athletic ability.
Black.
On first down, Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now Wentz again. Dancing to his left. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. The Eagles on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Grade 15. Grade 15.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. He's going to air one out. And that is caught. It's Aguilar for the Eagle touchdown. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Cousins now to throw on first down. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Final play of the half. Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. And this one is incomplete. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, so the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
There we go. Back. Waiting. Shift.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Flushed out right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Following the interception, Cousins finding his safety valve here. That's complete. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. To throw, Cousins being chased out left. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
He'll get it up the middle. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A very valuable 9-yard pickup, and now they're set up a little better here for 3rd and goal. Got to figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal. Now Cousins. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. He's at the 50, 30, 20. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead is now 24. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. Here comes Sherrills. And now out comes Minnesota. And following the pick-6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick-6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Back to it after the pick-6. Cousins. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for field.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guy's covering, take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by him. And once he's by him, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right?
In that case, he left me a long time ago.
Come on now.
Trust me.
Bailey now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
There we go. Back. 20. Go. Check back 40. Check back. Hey, rip 5-2. Hot here. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm for Tokyo. Slam.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know the drill, and otherwise, just don't do it.
And this one hauled in by Rudolph. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Throwing is Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Buying time to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw is Cousins. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Cousins to his tight end Rudolph for a Viking first down. Cousins now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Cousins. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So that one will be accepted. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 44. They run with Ajayi. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They run again with Ajayi. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
14, 82, 14. Liz. Mike's by 4. Lion. Here we go. Black, come on. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Staying on his feet. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. Here's Ryan Quigley now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Sherrills to return it. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10. First down, here's Cousins. Steps away to his left. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
2nd down, Cousins. Over the middle, complete. That's Cook. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Cousins now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jalen Mills. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott on for the extra point. Elliott good on the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And last time, decent field position through the pick-6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Now here's a pass on 1st down. It's knocked away and incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Cousins again. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Over the middle here to Rudolph. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll throw again. Cousins. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. He doesn't find a ton of space following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Let's go.
Cousins again. It's complete to Laquan Treadwell. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Cousins able to connect with Treadwell for a Minnesota first. Cousins on 1st down. Incomplete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
We got three, fellas. We got three. Rhino.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. And Robinson with a big catch. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside. They'll run for it with Cook. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Gerald Hodges able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone. Goal. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And the Eagles have recovered.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game.
Afternoon to forget, absolutely. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. They'll begin the drive with a jive. Room here to run. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team, because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
3 down.
Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this.
Lion. Lion. Go.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. He's going to look deep down the field. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
And they just had another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
It's the age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game. And however it turns out, it turns out.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
4 down. Check. come on.
Wentz to throw. Going long here for Wallace. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She yelled it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead will swell by one more. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Vikings. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Here's Ajayi. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
81. Go. Blue 80. 4 down. Black, come on. Right there. Shorty. 82.
Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. Ertz has it left side. That Eagle first down. Wentz to Ertz.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Wentz now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
82.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Chewing up big yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them. And
as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Philadelphia,
thicker the pie, thicker the bag. Meet them a buy, now lace in no beamer. I'm Brian O'Connor, driving it fast. They were just hating cause they in the way, and the way I've been made it. The is mad. Man in that bag, cause I'm all in my bag. Well, I ain't holding around. Just a little Merlin, out the cutie. Now I don't give a. Tell me why I would on the rose bar couch in my bag. Bands in my denim.